Yeah. So if you ever get denied at one of those stores, right? You get denied at one of those stores for a firearm, they're gonna give you a big ass piece of paper with a big ass letters saying denied. Or it could say delay. But once you approve, you just approve. Now for the delay, because there's three things that can happen if you walk into, let's just say if Dick sells guns or whatever. You know, Dick's sporting goods. You walk in there and say, I want that handgun right there. They're gonna say, we got to do a background check on it. So then they're gonna do a background check. That's what's gonna happen. They're gonna do a background check on you. And they're gonna do a background check on you. And right there on the spot. If it comes back good, you're good. If it doesn't come back good, they're gonna say denied. Or it's gonna say delay. Three things. It's like gold is green, yellow is delay, and red is deny. Simple as that. And what happens is that you got an appeal process. You go online, go to the FBI site, with the number that's on that piece of paper, and you go in there and further investigate the reasons or whatever that they fucked you or whatever. They're gonna make you send in a set of fingerprints. That's what they're gonna do. Just to make sure that it's you. Because you remember, you're appealing it. So you send them a set of fingerprints. There's one, make sure it's you. They may ask you for support and documentation. So they may want your military discharge papers. You see what I'm saying? They might want your military discharge papers. How about that? They may want they may, I don't know, maybe they ask you to send a copy of your current driver's license in if things has changed since the last time you applied. You know, they may ask you for supporting documentation that you're a law officer of the law or something. They ask you for your badge number, your paperwork, whatever they ask you. They ask you for if your rights was restored. They ask you for those papers, expungements or set-asides or pardons. They may ask you to send the paperwork for the pardon. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, they may ask you for expungement paperwork or pardon paperwork. Because if they deny you the permit, there's a reason why they're denying you. You have to just comply. They're going to ask you for 2 sets of fingerprints to make sure that it's you. That's what happens when you go in the store. But if you go to get a permit and you go to like a class, you take care of all that right there on the spot. You don't have to wait to get denied and all that. And you could go in any store that sells firearms if you have a permit and just walk in there and get a gun. They're not even going to background check it because you already have the permit. You already been fingerprinted and your paperwork's already been in the system. You already been verified. That's all they do when they deny you in those stores. They just want further verification. That's all that is. That's it. And the fingerprints are going to do that. Your fingerprints are going to show everything. Whether you was in the service, whether you was in prison, whether you was in, you got military, security clearances, Your fingerprints are going to show everything. You work for the city, the state, you work for the government. Your fingerprints is in the government's database. I worked for the government 3 times. But still, they want to know. They want you to jump through those hoops. They want you to jump through those hoops just to give you a hard time. You don't get a hard time anyway just because you're black. Just because you're black anyway, they're going to give you a hard time. That's a fact. They don't want no black guy with a gun. Definitely don't want a black woman with a damn gun. So, those are just things that happen like that. So don't give up. Because to get your pistol permit, it takes like 30 to 60 days. And even if, I'm not saying definitely, but even if you have your, have you ever have taken a hunter's education course? Like me in New York City, I took a hunter's education, bows, for firearms, and for hunting bows and crossbows. So I have hunter education for crossbows, firearms, and compound bows. So and I took 2 days to get that. It took 4 hours one day, and it took 3 hours the next day. So I did 7 hours to get that. As a matter of fact, that's when I started selling hunting equipment. That was back in 2012. So I've been selling hunting and fishing equipment online for 8 years now. And I've been selling online since 2004. 16 years. Well, since June, so that means 16 and a half years I've been selling online. Out of 2 stores, 2 accounts. Around 2011, I believe it was, when I opened up the hunting and fishing, firearm, and all that bullshit, outdoor stuff. But before that, it was like electronic goods, consumer electronics. Smartphones, laptops, cameras, tablets, computer parts, gaming computers, custom builds, cars, trucks, clothing, yeah, that's about that for that one, consumer goods. The other ones is basically sporting goods. My shit falls under the category of sporting goods. Sporting goods. And the other one, well, since the COVID shit been happening, people been bullshitting. I know eBay and their bots been bullshitting. I ain't feeding into any of those games. As soon as the COVID hit and people stopped spending money. And that fucked things up. And out here in Arizona, there's a lot of government-owned land and land that you can fucking, it's free. And you can go out there and do whatever you want as long as you clean up after yourself. So I haven't really actually took advantage of that yet. Till I go out and shoot crossbows, bows and arrows and all that kind of shit. I haven't took advantage of that yet on government property. I asked a few people Because there's no reason for me to have to pay to get in some kind of club and do all that kind of shit. When I could just go outside and just do my thing. I just go outside and just do my thing with no problem. Like I see those guys doing online. And plus I looked it up online. You know, there's a lot of public, it's called public lands. The Bureau of Public Lands. What is it? The BPL or some shit. BPLM or something. Bureau of Public Land Management. BMP, I think it is. The Bureau of Public Land Management. You can go out there, drive out there. As long as there's a backdrop, you can shoot your gun, you can shoot your bow, you can shoot your firearms, your pellet guns, and all that. So you don't have to be near anybody. Okay, you don't have to be near anyone. You know you better wear some kind of vest or something, and a hat that's like orange, fluorescent or something, yellow, where people can see you and don't mistake you. Because I was saying to myself, I've been researching hunting big bore air guns and all that. It doesn't cost a lot of money. It costs like $600-$700. You get a big bore gun for less than that. I seen this 30 caliber break barrel gun. It's an air gun. It's a spring piston gun. Shoots one pellet at a time. But the pellet is 30 calibers. It's a break barrel. You break it in half. It takes about 50 or 60 pounds of squeeze to pull that whole barrel down, and then it cocks it. You put the pellet in there, and you snap it back up. You aim and shoot. A 30 caliber ball or 30 caliber pellet. It's up to what you want to shoot. It's got about 600 feet per second. Got about 30 some foot-pounds of energy, which is enough to kill a lot of things. If it's an air gun shoots 600 feet per second and 30 caliber at like say 31, 32 foot-pounds, even 30 foot-pounds, that's enough to take out like a coyote or some shit. Yeah, that's enough to take out a coyote, a dog, something like medium size, I would say. Probably could kill a small deer with it if it was close enough. If it was right in front of you. Or maybe something like across the street there. 10, 20. Well, yeah, maybe something across the street. Like where that brick wall is at right there. Where that wall is over there. Something shoots 600 feet a second. 30 caliber. Something small is gone, like a cat. Or a small dog. Even, let me see here, let me look. That would be, because you ain't trying to shoot shit over no 50 yards. You want something that's going to be on a straight line and hit hard. That's going to be, I don't know. I guess you could say 30. Let's see. 5 yards. I'm trying to look at the ground and figure out between lanes. 6 feet, 7. Probably two right across the street there. Right across the street. Right across the street. You're good. All right, now no problem. Yeah, that's like 30 foot-pounds. From here to across the street, you'll take something out. Like from here to where that fire plug is at. Or from curb to curb. How about from this curb to that curb? Yeah, from this curb to that curb. You probably could take, it's about 30 yards. It's about 30 yards from curb to curb. 5, 10, 15. I'm just looking at the length of the reason I'm fucking stalling and hesitating is because I'm trying to do the math. I'm looking at these vehicles. They're like 7 feet across, 1, 8, 10. It's like 10 feet. 10 feet is 10, let's say 12 feet. 12 feet is 3 yards. No, 12 feet is 3 goes into 12 4 times. That's 4 yards. So those lanes are like 10 feet's a basketball rim. So 3 feet's a yard. So 12 feet is 4 yards. Well, I know what I'll do. I'll walk it off. That car there is about 7 feet across with a foot on each side. That's 9. Let's say give it 10. 10 feet. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Yeah. So between 40 and 50, well, I'm talking about yards now. Pole to pole. Pole to pole is about 40 yards. Pole to pole. Like this pole to that pole. Yeah, that's like I said, that's about from here to across the street. Yeah, but I'm saying that that rifle I'm talking about, it costs like $299. It shoots 600, about 600 feet per second. 30 to low 30s in the foot-pounds. Something that's like 30 foot-pounds will hurt something. Pretty close up. Yeah, it'll hurt something. At 30 caliber, yeah. That shit'll probably, yeah, that'll hurt. Shot somebody in the head with that from across the street. That would fuck somebody up, for sure. From across the street, that would fuck somebody up. Probably hospitalize them, if not kill them. Something like that. That's 30 foot-pounds on a 30 caliber ball, or say a pellet with a point on it. That shit is not bouncing off. That's going inside. That's going inside of a skull. Or if that was like a container of water, that thing is exploding. If it's like a hollow tip on there, that's going to, even out of that gun, pellet air rifle, that's going to explode. So meaning that if it penetrates someone's head, skull on the outside, I guess that depends on how hard their skull is. And how old they are or whatever. You see, but with a gun, you don't worry about those kind of things. Like if you had a 22, even a 22 short, and shot somebody in the head, that's just gonna scramble their brains. That's going in. Well, I'm sitting here talking about a 30 caliber air gun, air rifle, with one pump, one cock, hard 60-pound like cock and clothes. Now that I think about it, if that person was right here on that divider, that motherfucker would be done. They may not come out the other side, but a person probably be done. From right here to there, come on. That's like 20 yards. Not even. 15. So 30 yards, 40 yards, I could cross the street. That's like from here, it's like 35 yards, 40 yards. So if you hit something from here, like up on that fence line, or where that dirt is over there on the other side of the street, you're killing something with that rifle. A gun, without a doubt. I'm talking about it with air. Then they make 357 big bores too. Cost about 500. It's rifles that could like kill a hog and shit. You could kill a small hog with that 30 caliber one. I seen it online. Some young guys was doing it. And I seen one guy kill a deer, like a little doe, with it. Because once it hits the soft tissue, it's going through. I ain't talking about a headshot, I'm talking about going through like the lungs. And of course, if I shot somebody in the lungs with one of those things, like in the chest or the rib, they're finished. If they don't, they may, or if it goes straight all the way through from one side to the other, they're done. That would be just like that's a lung shot, like on a deer with an arrow. So if you hit somebody like in the chest with that, say they got a t-shirt on, they're finished, man. You think it's gonna happen? That thing is gonna go through. Because that's really soft tissue. That's not the skull or the bone. Now if it deflects off of a rib or something, that's different. But if that shot goes in between the ribs, you're done. If it was a firearm and you shot somebody in the lung, it doesn't matter where it hits because it's going to crack the bone and keep going. Air gun may deflect. I ain't talking about no BB gun. I'm talking about like a 30 caliber. They got 45 calibers too. They got 50 caliber air guns that could take down the fucking buffalo. Take down big game with it. Look it up online. Look up Seneca air guns. Seneca. Seneca. Yeah. Seneca. Look that up online. Seneca air guns. Then you're gonna see they got something called a dragon claw. They got an eagle claw. Those are shit you gotta pump up with a fucking high pressure pump. Nah, you fucked if you get by one of those. Like a PCP gun. You're done. You get by one of those. Corey, your car's running again? Your car's running? How's it going?
I got it fixed, now something else wrong with it.
You got it all hooked up now?
Now something else wrong with it.
What's wrong?
I think it's the alternator.
I ain't your friend no more, man. I don't need friends. With friends like you, who needs enemies? Take it easy. Luis. Hola. ¿Qué pasa? También. También mi hermano. También mi hermano. Hasta luego.